Welcome to the Magic School Bus. You ready for class?
Hey!
I'm Anthony.
I'm Daryl.
And we're from I Fight Fail. And this is Carl. So we're going to show you around a little bit. And there's not much to see, but there's a lot to know.
We're on tour right now with Morning in May. They're from Cleveland, Ohio. We're from Canton, Ohio. This is our 4th day on tour with them. And it's been fun. It's been an adventure.
It has been an adventure. We've almost died, but we're here. So.
Yeah, let's show you Carl.
So with Carl, we picked her up from a lady that used to drive around geriatric folks, and she pretty much was like, "Hey, you guys are in a band and you need a bus," and she sold it to us. So
she actually gave us a discount because we gave her one of our CDs, which is very cool. So
yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, I forget her name. It might have been like Cheryl.
It definitely needed some work when we got it. You know, patches here and there, oil change, some new tires, and
yeah. But overall, we pimped her out. We brought it to a exhibit down at West Coast Customs. No, not really, but we put in a bunk system so that we're able to sleep. Because driving in like a yoder toter and sleeping on those small benches doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
We're too tall. They call us the Twin Towers.
Yeah,
and,
boy.
Yeah, boy. And so we just put in this like little bunk system that we got off Amazon, and it works. Yeah. It's comfortable.
Those hotels get expensive, and when you're on tour, you know you're struggling and selling merch and trying to fight for selling merch and selling CDs and eating ramen noodles with no microwave. You know, it gets
crunchy.
Tough.
It gets crunchy.
Here in the driver's seat, we call this the king seat. Very cool with us three. We all take turns driving. You know, yesterday I drove 4 hours straight just to knock it out, and I knew I wouldn't have to drive today. So, but we usually take turns driving. Driving this big thing, you don't need like a CDL or anything, which is nice. It's not hard to drive, but it's very questionable. Because it's older. I think it's a 90. I think it's 90s. It's a Big 10, and
the pedal seems to slip off sometimes.
Sometimes the gas pedal slips off, and you just peg it like a pirate. The radio doesn't work. It does, but it sounds like ass. Over here we have our own sound system, which sounds good. We usually, we'll put on any kind of music. We listen to everything. Country, rock, screamo, emo.
We've been listening to a lot of Young Lions, Bellevue Days, Brand New's like our really big inspiration. Angels and Airways. I mean, if you listen to our music, we are like an alternative indie space rock kind of sound. So we kind of like to have those vibes and like chill music. Dermot Kennedy, that's always a good one. But yeah, and just a lot of times either somebody's sleeping in a bunk or somebody's over here working on pictures or just getting stuff together for like social media and putting that up, and we just kind of hang out, we'll chat and talk a little bit. Here and there we'll throw on a podcast. Normally the podcast we listen to is Managemental, which it's one of the guys from I forget the record label name, but he basically just kind of gives you information and insight on like just band stuff and touring life and whatnot. So yeah, we try to pass the time as best as we can.
We got too much time on our hands, just driving. After today, we actually have to drive down to North Carolina from Chicago. So you try to find any kind of anything to do, anything to listen to or do on your phone, support, like publish, promote, and do whatever you can, because it's a lot of just driving. It's a lot of just time for whatever you want to do.
A lot of downtime.
So right here we have a 3-tier bunk bed system, disco bed. We actually found this off Amazon. I'd say like $400 or $500.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them stacked, 1, 2, and 3. We sleep 3 people, and then there's actually another one on top that we at night will take down and post up on the floor so we can actually sleep 4 people. And it's a cot. It forms to your body, and it's comfortable. And the reason why we do that is because hotels are expensive. We love them. We love them.
Yeah, we love
But
hotels.
they tend to be expensive, and with him and I, we're 6'2", 6'3", so we can't be sleeping on air mattresses and memory foam on the floor. So
Yeah, but I mean, with these bunks too, the advisory for this is only to stack 2 of them at a time. But one night we were just like, yo, let's put the third one up there. And then our singer, Andy, he's a shorter guy, so he sleeps on top just to be more safe so that it doesn't crash down on one of us. But honestly, they're super sturdy.
they've held up.
They've held up
sure.
this whole entire time through tours and whatnot, and they got these little pouches so you can put all kinds of stuff in there, your drink, your Gatorade, your odor eaters, you know what I mean? You gotta keep your feet straight because it gets funky in here.
But
But
funky feet gets real.
funky feet, gotta keep it discreet. Always gotta keep the ibuprofen on you, you know. Wake up in the morning with a hangover, you don't want that.
What's nice is too, I mean, we played a show in Milwaukee last night, and it's cold. It's the middle of February right now, so we have these sleep bags are up to like 20 degrees, negative 20 degrees, and it's actually not bad. We're staying warm, we're comfortable, we're sleeping, and
Nobody's complained yet
No one's complained
about
yet.
the cold, so that's good. And normally we try to book more towards like spring and summer for tours, whatnot, just because of the cold and sleeping in the bus. But this time we said screw it, and we came out for the run. We wanted to come out with Morning in May and have a good time. So it's working out. It's been great, and
so at night, you know, you never know where you are, and a lot of bands have been through this. You know, their trailer's been broken into, and their gear's been stolen, and it's bullshit. So for our safety and for our sleepiness, I'd say we have this curtain here. We roll it up, and then at night we pull it down, and it's a blackout curtain. So one, we sleep like kings, and we wake up at 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
and it's still nighttime.
And 2, no one can see in. So like if we're playing a show, no one can look into the bus at all and see what's inside the gear, because I mean the least and like the worst thing that can happen is someone just breaking your bus or your trailer and steal all your gear. And we've had friends that had that happen to them, and it's bullshit. So
Yeah, so with this is pretty much our load out, load in area for the bus. We used to have a handicap lift, and we had it in there. We used it a couple times, but it was honestly just a pain in the ass to have in there. And when you're driving and you're hitting bumps, it's just like bumping around, making noise. So we actually, the one time, something with the mechanics of it broke, and so we opened up the door and it fell out, and it's probably like 600 pounds, 700 pounds, and we had to like straight lift it back in there, and it's super crazy just to deal with. So we actually had the lift removed out of there, and then so it just makes it easier for loading. Like somebody will be in there and we just hand up gear. We have a cart that we run, and it just makes it a lot easier. So
before we had the lift taken out, actually we would take all this gear and squeeze it through the front door, and it was such a pain in the ass. My guy Anthony over here has the biggest drum kick in the world, and we would have to shimmy it through there as fast and as easy as possible, and it was just pain.
hey, thanks for having us here.
Appreciate it.
Coming by, checking out our buddy Carl. He's been keeping us and making us get to shows from here to there, from all across America. So we definitely appreciate you guys coming out and checking her out. We're I Fight Fail, and we're on tour with Morning in May right now. You can check us out on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever platform you use, we use. So check us out. We have new music coming out March 6th.
Don't talk.
We got some new music coming out March 6th. So keep an eye out for that, and let's get weird.